Welcome back, guys. It's Weedle, your World of Tanks YouTuber with the best hair, and I have Redshire for you today in the Object 260. Redshire, one of my favorite maps. I like the big openness of it. I think it has a very obvious heavy flank and medium flank. Mediums are generally play this area. The blimp is really popular for heavies for good reason. There is also the castle play, but I don't really like going to castle. I find it hard to push out of there, and a lot of tanks have good angles on you, so I'm going blimp today. Um, so let's talk about some positions when we go up here, and I'm going to kind of talk about different tactics. Spoiler alert on this: I do get out brawled up here, and I have to make an interesting play later in the game to do what I can, and end up having a pretty decent game, at least statistically. Uh, Certainly better than it could have been. We'll talk about that decision making. So first thing, let's pause right here and let's talk about the positions that you can take on this, because there's actually quite a few. There's obviously, if you knock down these trees and you're more of like a sniper, you can play there and shoot them if they poke here, come out in the corner right here, and I think you have shots right there as well. I don't normally end up there, but it is a fairly good spot. Um, if you got some gun depression, you can come all the way over here and you can play this location. You can get some early shots as they come up. Also, a very good spot, but you do need a little bit of gun depression. Not like a whole lot. I'm not talking about like 10 degrees, but like probably like 8, which a lot of heavies have. Playing these corners, this one I don't like because there's always a TD that sits back here, and they always have shots on you. There's always seems to be a TD that sits in that corner over there. So not my favorite spot to go to. This spot right here, good for side scraping, and if you're playing from the other side, again, you kind of side scrape, you can come up to this rock. This one's kind of always difficult to play in my opinion, and of course there's the hold down right here. So, depending on your situation, what the enemy team's doing, there's a lot you can do. Now, let's say I'm low tier, there's another thing you can do. You can play right here, and you can get to see me play several positions in this one. None of them seem to work out to me, for me very well, at least early on. So, right here, and I'm going to back up, trying to side scrape the best I can. I don't quite get a shot on the BZ. Hoping to get a shot on the IS-7. Don't want to side scrape too much because gotta love Vardy. That batch already pinned me with an AP round. I was quite surprised by that. So let's talk about this E100. He's actually does a really good job. He angles his turret, and I have trouble with him several points in this game because of this. He knows how to play the E100 pretty well, in my opinion. Like pretty good player in it. Not your typical E100 player. Right here, so again, angling it. I can't pin that. I try to get a shot kind of on the mantlet because he's giving me the side of the mantlet. I can tactically pin it, but finally just said, what the heck, I'm just going to get out of this position. And I don't really want to poke him because he's just looking at me. So this is not like a shot I want to take. This thing's not the best side scraper. If I could get him to shoot the rear of my tank right here, I would do it, but I'm not going to poke out far enough for him to shoot. So right now I just need them to make a play or do something a little different. And the Badger, that's rough. So I'm down most of my health. I'm down to 861 hit points. So I'm going to fall back from this position. It's not working for me. How far am I falling back? Well, not really that far. I'm just going right here. I'm going to support my heavy tanks. This is a pretty decent spot. Even if you don't have a lot of gun depression, you can still play this area. Sometimes you can get shots here. I can't hit it. Aim was perfect, though. Trying to work in another one, and again, I don't want to just leave my team. This isn't just a cut and run. It's just I'm going to reposition because I'm low health points, and I can still support my team. They're still up here fighting. We're certainly not winning. And I've already determined they're willing to shoot HE at me because the Badger's done it. Oh, apologize. And here, I'm trying to see if I can't get a shot on this BZ. I think I might have got it sitting here. I thought he was reloading, but apparently he wasn't. I bounce around there. This tank does have reasonable turret armor. Can I get another one? Nope. BZ takes a arty round there. So all I can really do now is just kind of wait for him to start poking. Thank you. Get my first kill. Again, not a great game. I'm only at 757 damage. But this is a pretty strong spot. I will play here a lot of times when I'm low tier. And there's just like tier 10 heavies and I'm like a tier 8 heavy. There's not a whole lot I can do in those situations. I'll play back here because it is a strong position. It's quite frustrating for them to try to dig me out of. And unfortunately, we've given the Badger a nice hold down area. Right there. So you can see I'm more or less hold down. But I can still shoot like the 113 right in that location. And maybe he'll poke again. I don't think he does, but not for a while anyways. So one thing that gets frustrating for players is when you're patient, they will start poking. I do the same thing. Oh, I had a shot, but I didn't take it. Should have. So I can still take a hit, and because of that, I'm going to stay in this area. Managed to finish off the IS-7. Now I'm up to 1387. It's still not much of a game. Get the E100. Can I get a pin? Will I pin him this time? Nope. The plate on that E100 is, especially if he's not looking right at you, can be a bit tricky to penetrate. I'm just throwing heat rounds at him, hoping I catch a good angle and pin. Unfortunately, I'm still in arty range. Get a quick shot there. I see their E100. It's kind of poking, but I trust my armor here, and I'm going to go for a shot. That was not good. So I'm down to 73 hit points. Now, this is a really bad situation. The Badger has already proven to me that he will shoot HE. He will definitely kill me with an HE round. I think the Badger hit me for 88 damage earlier. So, I'm basically useless at this position at this point. And I'm going to do the thing that allows me to actually have a good game here. I'm going to just fall back. And the position I'm going to take is going to allow me to still fight for the hill a little bit, like support my heavies that are defending the hill, but they're not going to spot me. So it's all about managing vision and also giving myself a little bit of cover. And the position I choose is right back here. Now, in this corner, there's good concealment. This obviously is not a spot I would go to if I was doing well and winning. I would have much preferred to win that fight up there, but I didn't. So what does this spot allow me to do? Well, if they push my heavies right here, I have excellent shots on them. I also have excellent shots on the hill, and can see them if they send tanks up through the town. I can also spot that. So let's see how this position works. They're going to take their time a little bit trying to push, and it was kind of an odd choice. I think if they would have all just shoved over, they would have cleaned that up pretty quickly and then pushed on to me. But this isn't coordinated play. It's random play and with random people, so you never know what they're going to do. Now my T57 is still really aggressive. I was looking to see where that E100 pinned me there, and he actually did hit my Capolo. It was a really good shot. Um, I am going to get him back here in a minute, though. So I have to ask: have y'all? What would be your normal reaction? Would you stay in this position, or do you think it would be wise to kind of relocate? I'd be curious to hear what y'all think. Um, I right here, I think about actually trying to push and help with the Yag, but I saw the E100 poke out, so I'm gonna get round off. That might have been a pin. I can't remember. So unfortunately, my VZ is not spotting that E100 again, and I really need him lit if I'm going to get some damage in on him. Their chieftain's being extremely passive. Right there. Can I get a shot in? And he turned his turret right in time for me to pin it. Can I get it? No. Unfortunately, he went dark again, and I was guessing where he was. Missed. It's okay. I'm up to 2,600 damage. I see the Badger trying to poke around, put around in him. Can I get another one? Nope. He's kind of got behind that hill just a little bit. And maybe I just take the shot. Round didn't go where I was aiming. Unfortunately, my medium tanks have fallen, so our left side of the map, you know, I can probably expect tanks to be coming up my rear pretty soon. So here, it's again odd that they don't push these tanks. It would have been good for me had they done it, but it would have finished the game a lot quicker, especially with the hit points that they had. I see their 113s kind of move to the middle. I'm really surprised by the Chieftain's play here. I would have figured he'd have been more aggro trying to get damage in, but it just wasn't the case this time. So far I'm up to 3,000 damage. Not amazing, but certainly better than where I was. Got the Badger here. Get one round in. And unfortunately I got spotted for that one. Oh, managed to bounce around from the Centurion. I can't quite get a shot on him, so I decided to relocate. Now, unfortunately, again, I don't have the HP to push him because the 113 is somewhere over here. He's going to outspot me if I'm moving, so I just moved to this bush. And I'm just going to wait. Hope that he pushes into me. Um, really all I can do, to be honest. Which this isn't a bad game. You know, if up in the corner, looks like at 3,600 win 8 games so far. I'm up to 3,500 damage. I do have 2 kills. So it definitely brought this game back statistically for me from what was about to be a very bad game. So, you know, paying attention to, and relocating sometimes can really save you. Centurion AX pops up. Go ahead and finish him off. And there's the... now, this is honestly a mistake on my part. Um, I probably could have just sent an APCR around into him, but I was trying to get into the buildings. I did look at the after battle report. I did hit the one shot on the E100, so I finished this game with 4,100 damage. Um, it's a good game statistically, right? But the only reason it got that way was because I fell back to this position. So you know, think about it. If you lose a fight, don't make it again. The same with the Malinoka or Moravanka, sorry, battle I had in the Risante where I just fell back because I was being outnumbered. You don't have to pick a hill to die on sometimes, and just making a play and falling back to a defensive position where you can support your team uh, can one, if they would have been stupid on their push and we got lucky, we might have been able to turn that around. It didn't happen that way, but be looking for opportunities like this where you can save your game statistically, anyways. And I hope this video kind of helps and gives you some ideas if something's kind of not going well for you in a game. But that's all I got for this video, guys. I appreciate it, and if you like my content and want to see more, please subscribe, like the video. It helps with the algorithm, and y'all have a good day.